Hi, this is Bryce with D-Boys, and today we're going to read The Circus Ship by Chris Van Dusen. The Circus Ship by Chris Van Dusen. 5 miles off the coast of Maine and slightly overdue, a circus ship was steaming south in fog as thick as stew. On board were 15 animals who traveled to and fro. The next day it was Boston for another circus show. The captain, Mr. Carrington, was honest and sincere. He thought that they should drop the hook and wait for things to clear. But Mr. Payne, the circus boss, was terribly demanding. He stopped up to the helm where Captain Carrington was standing and screamed, "Don't stop! Keep going! I've got a show to do! Just get me down to Boston town tomorrow, sir, by 2. Then came a crash and an awful bash, and things flew into the air. The ship had smashed into a ledge that nobody knew was there. The shattered ship began to tip, then sank without a sound. The splashing, thrashing animals swam round and round and round. The captain said to Mr. Payne, "Pray tell, what shall we do? We can't just leave them here to drown. We've got to save them, too." "The animals?" yelled Mr. Payne. "Why, sir, are you daft? It's me that you should rescue. Pull me into the raft. Now steer me to safety, sir, before I die of cold." "Don't question me," barked Mr. Payne. "Just do as you are told." Through the chilly water, all night long the animals swam on until they reached the island beach just before dawn. They pulled themselves up on the shore, bed-dragging it cold and beat, then straggled into the village on weary, wobbly feet. The people in the neighborhood had just begun to rise, and when they saw those animals, they had to rub their eyes. They thought they saw an elephant, but wait, how could that be? And what's that little monkey doing in a cherry tree? Soon animals were everywhere and into everything. There's an ostrich in the outhouse. There's a hippo in the spring. There's a tiger in the tulips. There's a lion on the lawn. There's a python in the pantry, and went on and on and on. Mr. Hood was stacking one and nearly jumped a mile when he saw an alligator sleeping on his pile. Mr. Dotty Daly, who drew daisies by the bunch, discovered that a zebra had been eating them for lunch. And Fanny Feeny found, according to the rumors, the silly little circus monkey swinging in her bloomers. But everything changed quickly, like the turning of a tide. The night the Abbott's shed caught fire with Emma Rose inside. From high above the Abbott's farm, the Tiger saw the shed. The sight of the smoke and fire triggered something in the Tiger's head. He jumped through flames 1,000 times back in his circus days, so he ran past all the people and leapt into the blaze. Then everybody panicked. "Help! Help! What can we do?" From the raging fire, something big burst into view. It was the most amazing sight, and everybody froze when they saw the tiger saving little Emma Rose. The tiger's risky rescue changed everybody's mind. The animals weren't bothersome. The animals were kind. And so they lived together, side by side. They got along. It didn't seem like anything could possibly go wrong. Then Little Red, the messenger, came running with the word. Apparently a circus ship had sunk, from what he had heard. The animals were from that boat. They swam in from the bay. The greedy owner wants them back. He'll be here any day. So the people called a meeting, and they quickly hatched the plan. No animal that came ashore would sail off with that man. The next day at the crack of dawn, a ship was at the pier, and up the lane marched Mr. Payne, whose voice was loud and clear. I am the circus owner. My ship sank in the murk. I've come to find my animals and put them back to work. He hiked until he came to the center of the town. His face was red. He scratched his head. He stood there with a frown. Mr. Payne looked high and low, but he couldn't see his 15 circus animals of his menagerie. Now I think I can find all 15 animals, can you? I think right now would be a good time to pause the video and find out. Okay, we're back. Now let's get to the next page. He ran around the alleyways. He searched in the village square. He even checked the chicken coop. The animals weren't there. Mr. Payne was tuckered out. His heavy chest was heaving. Then Little Red stepped up and said, I think your boat is leaving. He ran off in a fit of rage. His ship was leaving sight, so he jumped into a rowboat and rowed with all of his might. And from that day on, they say their life was free of pain. It was a happy, peaceful place upon that isle in Maine. The end. Thanks, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe.